So yeah guys, welcome back to the M1 show. Obviously today I'm back again with a different video, something a bit current because there's a lot going on in the world of fashion and basically, long story short, before I go into the video, Kanye West announced on Friday that he's doing a collaboration with Gap and it's going to be called YEEZY Gap, and so the logo will be YZY in the blue Gap box, which is, it's crazy to think about, it's crazy to see. And people are a bit shocked by it, but I'm going to give you guys a bit of a backstory and a bit of a breakdown into this whole partnership and why it's happened. So yeah, shout out to D-Raggy for the do-rag. Obviously, I'll leave my promo code in the comments, or in the description should I say. And yeah, let's get into it. So yeah guys, obviously like I said, shout out to D-Raggy again for the do-rag. Obviously they've been doing their thing for a while now. I'll leave my promo code in the description so you guys can get a little discount off what they have in store. Obviously this is a black velvet do-rag, but yeah. Yeah, so to get into the video, basically, Kanye West, like I said, announced on Friday that he is doing a collaboration with Gap. And people saw it and they were like, Gap? Kanye West, what are you doing, man? Like, Gap isn't making no money. Gap is making minimal sales. They're not doing well enough in the market. And I think that was kind of the reason why Kanye was even more interested in going for that brand. Because when he was younger, this is the backstory by the way, when Kanye West was younger, he used to work in Gap in obviously one of their stores. And he was really loved over there. He did very well. And he always like loved the brand, had a love for the brand because of that experience that he had. So he then went to have an interview back in 2015, so this is 5 years ago, and he said in the interview that he wanted to be the Steve Jobs of Gap. Now, for everyone who knows who Steve Jobs is, RIP him, he did well in life. He was the creative director for Apple, and so all of the innovative moves, he was the one that gave the final sign-off on things. And obviously he was the face of the brand, so even though Apple doesn't really have a face and they don't really have like a main creator, people always refer to Apple and then automatically refer to Steve Jobs because he was the face of Apple, basically. And Kanye West said that that was one of his plans in life, to be the face of Gap and the creative director of Gap. And so when people were hearing that, everyone was like, whoa, this guy is deep, but they didn't really know like how he was gonna do it or what he was gonna do to sort of effectively be the creative director of Gap. Everyone knows Kanye West has his Yeezy brand. They're making a lot of money. I think they just made their first billion. No, they made $1 billion in the last financial year from Yeezy sales. So basically, all of the Yeezys that have been sold worldwide, off raw sales, they have made over $1 billion, which is crazy because obviously Nike and Jordan, should I say, makes way more than that. But the fact that Yeezy is a bit more niche, it's a bit harder to get sometimes, and there's not as much stock as there is Jordan, so it's understandable why Yeezy stocks don't compare to Jordan stocks. But the fact that he's still done so much and sold that many to hit $1 billion is crazy. So yeah, so obviously this Yeezy Gap partnership, as soon as it came out, Gap stocks went through the roof. Like, I think on the first day they increased by 30%, and it's been increasing since, because everyone is so expectant to see how much money Kanye West can bring to Gap. And Gap have been on a slump. Gap have not been making as much money as they used to, mainly because like they're kind of out of touch with the culture. So like I went into a Gap store in December times around Christmas, and I went in there and I just felt so out of place. Like there was nothing I could find that I wanted or anything. There was nothing that sort of spoke to me or grabbed my attention. It was just like one of those window shopping days where you walk in, you see nothing you like and you just leave. And I remember times when I was younger, my parents used to buy everything from Gap, like literally everything. Like all my t-shirts, they would have Gap on the labels. And to see that the decline of the brand was kind of sad. So hearing that Kanye West is gonna come and try and revamp it is an amazing move, and it's a really beautiful thing to see. So what he's planning to do is obviously he's had his clothing line that he's been producing for a while, but he hasn't released much. because occasionally he'll release them from his Yeezy Mafia site, or he'll release them from like a friend and family sort of thing, to really make it for the closest intimate people. And so you would see like Kim Kardashian, you'll see like him, you'll see Northwest in these Yeezy attires, but you will never see them like on general release. And so that's the point of this Gap Yeezy partnership. So what he's going to do is has a focus to make it affordable for everybody. So it's not a thing where like it's gonna ice out a couple people, or it's like Jordan drops where you have to make sure you get there quick and buy on time. These are gonna be there for ages, and everybody will be able to get whatever they need. I mean, bar a few size restocks and things like that, but definitely everybody will be able to get what they need. So yeah, and with that being said, Kanye West has obviously had this aspiration for a while. So you can only imagine how many designs he sat down in his house and created, how many designs his creative design team have created as well. And speaking of creative design team, he's appointed a black woman whose name I can't remember right now, which is really annoying. But I'm gonna put her name somewhere on this page so you guys can see, and you can do your research into her. But she is now his creative director, and she's the creative director of YEEZY GAP. So she's gonna take the reins. She's I think Nigerian and British, and so you can see that it's just not an American thing for Kanye West. Kanye West has gone to look for the best of the best from all around the world, and the fact it's a black woman is a plus, because obviously black women need more support in our society, as we can see and as we've seen in the recent events of what's been happening. So yeah, it's just really nice to see that he's doing that and supporting the whole community as a whole, just watching everybody grow. He's helping the Gap company, he's helping out people, and everyone can just, you know, drip in Yeezy. Simple. So personally, I'm expecting a lot of natural sort of colorways. So we're getting like corals, we're gonna get stones, so like greys, we're gonna get charcoals, we're gonna get tans, like brownish colors, beiges, we're gonna get obviously the typical blacks, we're gonna get probably a few white designs in there as well. And yeah, I'm expecting a lot from the brand. I'm expecting it to do really well, expecting it to have a lot of sales. I'm expecting it to definitely have a footprint on the market. Hopefully he does well enough and he rattles the market properly so that Gap can reinstate their place as one of the main high street sellers of apparel and attire, because they were up there before and then they fell off, and it's just been a sad decline. So they need to get back up there, otherwise it's not looking good for their future. So yeah. And while on the topic of Kanye West, I was doing some extra research into what he was doing, and I found out that he's creating a website, and it's a website for something that I've really been interested in trying to find out, like why companies don't do it. So his obviously website of clothes, he's going to sort of revamp it, and so it won't just be like a thing where you go and you see a t-shirt, you choose what size and you go and buy it. No, it's a whole shopping experience. You go onto the website, and I'm going to show you like on the side, so like you guys can see like that website and the way it works. But basically everything is interactive, everything moves. If you pick a t-shirt, for example, and you wanted to see whether it fits tight or baggy, you can pick a model who has a little story about them as well, like a little bit of information about them. You can pick that model, and essentially what you can do is sort of wear the clothes onto the model and then see how it looks on you. So for example, say you're 6 foot and you have an athletic build, you can pick a model with a 6 foot athletic build with a little story about them, dress them up in the fit that you would have bought, and you can see how it looks on them. If it looks baggy and that's the fit you want to go for, then you buy it. If it looks a bit too tight and that's not the fit you want to go for, then you can adjust the size and look again. And I think that is so creative, and it's so interesting, like the creative process that people go through, because obviously people sometimes call Kanye West crazy, so he's losing his mind. When he said that he was going to be president of the USA, people were saying he was crazy, this and that. And I don't know, maybe he said that just to, you know, stay in the books and stay in the limelight, I don't know. But everything has a reason, and I believe there's a method to his madness. And we're going to start seeing the exact method to his madness when we start seeing him with this YEEZY GAP partnership in 2021, which is releasing, I think, 2021 springtime, I think, but it could be a bit earlier. But that drop there, yeah, it's going to be serious. So yeah, that is literally all from this video. I hope you picked up a little bit of information. If you have any other questions about the partnership, put them in the comments and I'll try and do some research for you and answer you, so that you guys can get like a bit more of insight into the collab, because it's really interesting. The whole creative process is something that interests me a lot, just because creatives everywhere, whether it be designers or videographers or YouTubers or producers, DJs, like there's so much that they do behind the scenes. Even rappers, like so much they do behind the scenes to work on their content, and it's like, wow, like people really take time to produce something, and when it's really good and they produce something quality, it's even better. Like, yeah. So yeah, obviously be on the lookout for YEEZY Gap. There'll probably be more information about releases later towards the end of the year. They might appear at London Fashion Week or Paris Fashion Week, whichever one. Don't really know yet, but obviously Kanye West has been there before in his own right. So it just really depends what he wants to do with the brand. And obviously now he's creative director, he literally says everything, and what he says goes. So yeah. So I hope that video was informative. Like I said, leave your questions in the comments. If you like this video, let me know in the comments as well. And I'll try and keep my best to keep you up to date with some of these like major collabs with different brands, just so that you guys can see how interesting the sort of world of design is, because it's a really massive world and there's a lot happening, but people don't often see it until it's on the streets and on people's feet, so or on people's bodies. So yeah, just keep an eye out. And so yeah, we've come to the end of the video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Obviously a big shout out to Adz Beats, who sent me over some beats to use on my video. So any musicians watching this, any artists, anybody literally, if you have any inquiries, obviously just hit up Adz. If you need someone to produce something for you, hit up Adz. If you want to use one of his beats on a song, hit him up. Like he's doing his thing still, and he's a really nice guy, so definitely shout him. And yeah, again, big shout out to D-Rag for the do-rag. Obviously, I told you guys that I might do a cheeky little wave reveal. I might as well, innit? Whatever, man. Might as well before the video ends. Like, yeah, I'm not doing too badly. I can't lie to you. I'm not doing too badly. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Obviously, like, comment, and subscribe. You know the vibes.